Welcome back everybody. I have a new Halloween nail tutorial today. I'm sticking with the French tip theme, and this time I'm doing ghost French tips. As always, start off with a good base coat. I'm using CND Stickey Base, and then just like the French tip nail design I did last time, I did 2 coats of Mademoiselle on all my nails for that base color, and then I'm painting on the tip again just like I did last time. Now I recorded this again so you could see because I did make a mistake, and that way you guys can see if you mess up, there's ways that you can fix it and make it look better. So I just wanted to show you that. So as you can see, I'm going to just clean the edges off here with my thumb before I use the acetone. And then I'm going to come back in with a second coat because that white's a little more difficult than the black. You definitely have to do a second coat. And you don't want to get it too thick or it will peel up. So I'm just going to fill in this little crevice that was in the center and make it a little more smooth. And it's not quite where I want it, so I'm actually going to come in with a small brush and just paint that and make the base a little more smooth right here. And as you can see right here, I mess up and go too far down, so I'm just going to use a brush and some acetone and just want to wipe very lightly so that you don't go over that polish, and it does take off a little bit, but it's enough that it's okay because I'm going to paint a ghost there. So that's kind of how you fix that. And then you're going to use acetone and a brush to clean up the skin. And then I let that dry for at least 5 to 10 minutes, and it doesn't usually smear when you're painting this top coat on this direction because you're going up, not down, if that makes sense. So you can go a little quicker. So I did top coat and then let that dry, and then I'm just going to be using acrylic paints for this design, the white and black. And I'm going to go ahead with the white, and I'm just added a teeny tiny bit of water. The white's a little bit more difficult to work with because it can leave little streaks, but I'm looking at a picture of a ghost that I found. I just typed in ghost clip art on Google, and then I just picked one that I liked that I thought would go well with this French tip design, and I'm just painting this on. And the ghost's face is going to be at the base of your nail. So go ahead and get the shape that you want. And so at the base of your nail, you're going to want that little curly Q to be smaller than the one at the tip of your nail, because that's going to be the base of your ghost, and so that's going to be a little bit bigger, and it just balances it a little bit more. So I'm going to let you guys watch me just paint this on. And there's going to be mistakes. I'm not a perfect artist, but there's ways to fix it, and I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. But I just want to make sure that I smooth this white out and get the outline of the ghost that I want. And then I'm going to go ahead in a minute and paint on the arms. So any areas that I want to scrape up and clean up a little bit, I'm going to use a toothpick with water. Now I've tried it before without water and it does not work. You need to soak it in water for about 5 seconds before you try it, and then lightly scrape that off. Now make sure that your top coat was really dry before you did this, or else it'll put a big gouge in it. So you want to make sure your top coat's dry before you start painting your design. But that cleans that up a little bit. And then as I'm painting this for you guys, it's upside down for me. So I had to tip my hand towards me so I could get a better view of the ghost right side up. That way I could make sure that it was balanced. And then I'm wetting my brush a little bit with paint, and just so that I can smooth that out. If you work with white acrylic paint, I think you'll know that it gets a little, I don't know, it has little edges in it, so I'm just trying to smooth that out and then fill any areas that need to be filled in a little more. And then once again, I went down a little further than I wanted to on this arm, so I'm just using a wet toothpick to clean that up. This acrylic paint, once you paint it on, dries pretty quickly, so you can go ahead with the black acrylic paint and do the eyes and then an oval mouth. And I did mine a little bit slanted to give it a little interest, but just keep dotting that on until you get the right size you want. I decided I want them a little bigger, so I'm just trying to make that the right size that I want. Okay, and when you're finished with that, you just want to make sure it dries for 5 to 10 minutes. This acrylic paint will dry a little faster, and then you want to apply your fast dry top coat. I'm using HK Girl by Glisten and Glow. I'll have a link down to all the products below. And that's the final look. I hope you guys like this Halloween nail design. I think I'm going to maybe do 1 or 2 more French tip designs. I'm kind of liking the simplicity of them. So give me a thumbs up if you're going to try this, and tag me in Instagram so I can see it. Thanks guys. Bye.